Hi everyone, Ty's Model Trains here, and today I wanted to do a quick video on my 2024 Bachmann Thomas and Friends uh, basically theories or hypothesis, however you want to really uh, call it for next year. So this year, let me just kind of round out about what we've all gotten. This year we've gotten Bo, Rebecca, Stanley, Duncan, Sir Handel. So five engines this year. I think this is pretty good. That's pretty much for the standard HO narrow gauge range and the main the main HO line. And then for N scale, holy crap, we got like what Emily, Toby, Gordon, Toad, man, it's been nuts. This has been one nutty year, and for reveals for Bachmann Thomas and Friends, and um, some of them I really wasn't expecting. I mean, I'm glad that I wasn't. I'm glad that a couple of characters that I mentioned. Um, it's just kind of odd how we're almost done with the classic series characters and then they just kind of put CGI. Hey, it is what it is. I'm not that upset. Bo is one of my favorite looking ones so far. I do want him. And then Rebecca, that's another one that I really do want. Can't wait to see her and her final form and everything else like that. That is going to be really interesting. And Stanley, that blew me away. I'm kind of like, wait, what? Stanley of all characters? Because the only toy I ever had of Stanley growing up was his Trackmaster model, and now getting a Bachmann HO scale one, that's going to be even cooler. So, yay. Anyway, let's see here. Now, for my hypothesis for next year, I guess I'm going to go through all the scales here. So, for the primary HO range, I would love to see, in terms of standard gauge for characters, I would love to see. Let's see, we got Stanley. I guess a couple hit era characters I wouldn't mind, such as Murdoch, Arthur, Neville, even Molly. I wouldn't mind seeing those. And in terms of classic series, definitely Stepney or Boko, one of those two. So those are my top five or six that I would like to see is Stepney. Harvey. Harvey would be really cool to see. So Harvey, Stepney, Boko, Murdoch, Molly, and Neville. Those are my top six that I would like to see. In terms of narrow gauge, Duke. I don't mind seeing Mighty Mac, Luke, Millie, or Freddie. I mean, honestly, can we just round out the roster for the classics characters and just get Duke? I mean, please. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I have a feeling they're going to do Luke instead of Duke. But Duke, he's the only narrow gauge tender engine other than Bertram. And I just think that it would be cool to see Duke as a narrow gauge HO model. That would be really nice to see. And in terms of automobile characters, it's cool that they're bringing that back because they haven't added on to it since I want to say Jeremy the jet plane. That's probably the last one that we've gotten from Bachmann. I would love to see, since we're getting Sir Topham Hatt's car and Bulgy of all characters, Trevor. Trevor, please. Trevor or George. Trevor or George. I would love to see those be made in Bachmann HO scale. Please. Please do Trevor or George. In terms of rolling stock, God, they've come out with so many clever ones for for like a re-release slash reissue. The Tar Tanker. I want to see the Tar Tanker come back. I would like to see more gray troublesome trucks. I know we have two, one the first two, but I want to see troublesome trucks in the gray paint scheme, but with different faces. That would be nice. Or the troublesome van. I would love to see the troublesome van or ventilated van. I would love to see that. Um, I would love to see the. I would love to see something done with the flatbeds. Instead of the Sobor, Jesus, uh, Sodor logging company cars. I would love to see them do something with like the oil drums from Thomas to the Rescue, or bring back the paint drums from Calling All Engines. Please do that. That would be even cooler. I would love to see old rolling stock from this range be re-released. I mean, it would just give us so much more variety instead of re-releases of the same ventilated van, troublesome truck slash coal truck, tankers, cattle cars. I want to see a different piece of rolling stock, man. That's what I want to see. And that's what I want. I want a different piece of rolling stock, up to the point to where I don't care if we get Rocky, Judy Jerome, because I know they're probably going to do Judy and Jerome at some point, which is, I mean, it's only inevitable to where we get an HO scale Crane character. Of all of them, please do Judy and Jerome or Rocky, one of the two, because come on. Cranky can't be the only Crane on our Bachmann HO scale Sodor. That's just me. And then on top of that, for narrow gauge rolling stock, there's really not much I could really think of. Definitely in terms of classic series. Actually, yes, I can. The open narrow gauge green and beige coaches. I would love to see those be done. I would love to see them be done. Their coal trucks. I would love to see the coal trucks be used from the slate wagon mold or tooling. I would love to see maybe a crane, maybe the narrow gauge crane for them to lift. I've seen that piece of rolling stock here and there. I think I've seen it maybe once or twice on the show. I remember they used a crane to rebuild a bridge during one of the Storm episodes. It was in Peter Sam's New Funnel. That's what I think that's what it is, or Peter Sam's Funnel. One of the episodes of the early classic series, and I think that's pretty much it. That's all I can really think of off the top of my head. I don't think there was any narrow gauge tanker cars. I don't think there was. Oh, troublesome slate wagons. I would love to see troublesome truck styled slate wagons. That would be awesome. Because those were shown in the original classic series. They probably would have to be a tad bigger to have a face on them. That is what I really want to see. I'm just kind of coming off on a whim with this, so those are my hypotheses or theories that we could possibly get in the near future. Definitely with Daisy's tooling, I would love to see Boko, and I would definitely love to see Stepney. For the love of God, please do Stepney. I understand there's a bunch of copyright issues with that, but this is a Britt Allcroft character, or Allcroft character. So personally, I would love to see her, not her, but I would love to see Stepney be done eventually. I mean, come on. we need a Stepney because the Hornby one is going for crazy amount of money right now, and it's just almost non-existent. Same for Murdoch. Everybody's got a Hornby Murdoch at this point. I'm pretty sure I'm like maybe one of the only few who don't have one, and that's because at the time when the engine came out, unfortunately, I didn't get into the Bachmann Thomas and Friends stuff until a little later. So anyway, thank you all for watching this video. I hope to see most of the stuff that I mentioned be made. I know you're probably going to be asking me, well, what about CGI characters? I'm going to tell you now, if they do any more CGI characters, they're going to be repaints or, like I can tell you right now, Sydney could be one eventually. They've done Ryan and they've done Bo and Rebecca. At some point, they're probably going to do Mia. They're probably going to do, oh, for God's sakes, Bradford, maybe. Who else? Maybe Sanford. Wait, Sanford. Is it Sanford? No, not Sanford. I'm thinking of Samson. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Samson. And I put their names together. Oh my God. What the? Sanford, Samson, Bradford, Jesus. Oh my God. And then maybe, I know people are, I can see that in the comments now. But anyway, yeah. Now for the DCC range, or in-scale range, yeah, the narrow gauge range. No, I already did that. In-scale. Henry and Edward, please. Henry and Edward. I think that would be nice. Maybe even Duck or Oliver, one of the two. I think that would be cool. And then for large scale, Edward. Please do Edward. I might actually start buying the large scale range because they're the closest thing that we're going to get to Gauge 1 props. But Gauge 1 is definitely bigger than G scale, but G scale is the closest thing that we're ever going to get to unless we build our own. But I'm lazy. I'm not going to be doing all that kit building, and nah, I can't do that. I can't do that. I don't have all the materials to do it with either. So, yeah, large scale Edward. I've seen that one a lot. Gordon would be nice, but Gordon and Henry, unfortunately, they're never going to make them. Bachmann's never going to make them, unfortunately. And that really sucks because that's going to be like a $500 engine. And who's going to buy that? But personally, I think they should do them at some point in time because it just makes sense. I mean, they've done James, they've done Emily. They're pretty big anyway, so I'm thinking if they did Henry and Gordon, it wouldn't be that much different. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. See you later.